teacher. My name is Daniel Oñate, and with my group, we are going to defend our narrative essay in this video. Our essay touched the topics Old English, Middle English, Early Modern, and Modern English, and it's spread around the world. In the first two paragraphs, I focused on the influences of different cultural groups in the origins of the English language. And we also focused on the lifestyles of such groups. We decided on the approach of personification of the English language and a poetic sensation-focused writing. This way the reader could feel the beauty of the language's evolution and also relate it more with the history in ways that a regular and maybe a bit boring history lesson would not provide.
Hi everyone, my name is Maria Laura Salcedo Zapata, and in this project I was in charge of narrating the part about Middle English. For this narrative, I chose to personify English as a character, someone who has lived through history and remember how it used to sound and feel during each period. I made this choice because I believe that giving a voice to the language itself made the story more engaging and easier to connect with. Instead of listing historical facts, I want the audience to imagine how English may have experienced its own transformation. Also, by using this narrative strategy, I was able to reflect on different ideas like identity, power, and shame, especially during the Middle English period when English was heavily influenced by French and Latin. In short, I wanted to show that English is not just a tool or a system, but something that involves with people, history, and culture. That's why I chose this creative perspective for my part of the essay. Thank you.
Hello teacher, this is Sullivan Ocampo, and well, I'm gonna start to saying that we decided to make the paragraph in the first person voice and by personifying English because the text feels more alive and reflective, blending storytelling with historical context. And I think we achieved exactly the style that we were aiming for. And well, I included the printing press because it was crucial in stabilizing the spelling and grammar during the early modern English period, and I added also some Latin and Greek influences because since Renaissance, the scholar vocabulary was like silently getting into the English. And well, I also added the words like tobacco, potato, tomato, which highlights the role of exploration and colonization and ensures the lexicon with some new terms from the Americas and beyond. And well, the Great Vowel Shift is another essential change of the period, so I wove into the narrative as something happening silently to keep both the factual and the poetical tone. Finally, I summoned Shakespeare as a symbolic figures because as I think he embodies the creativity, experimentation and expansion of English at the time. And well, the tension between being not a Chaucer anymore but not yet too global captures like the transitional nature of this part, which is the early modern English. Well, the foreshadowing in its future role, like the globalization, is also like it's tying back to the overall. And well, I wanted to put that in the essay, like to write more about the power of English along the time.
Hi there, my name is Dina Candelario and I'm going to explain each part of the contents of the topic Modern English and its spread around the world. And I'm going to justify the narrative that I used. I decided to give Modern English a tone almost patriotic that can even sound a little egocentric, because it pretty much reflects the role of this language currently. In this stage of the language, it actually became the global language in diplomacy, business, science, technology, and even culture. For sure, this global dominance can often be seen as superiority, as it is the indispensable language. By choosing this tone and narrating it in first person with confidence and pride, I try to show how this language looks at itself, because it knows it is spoken by more than 1.5 billion people worldwide. Let's continue with the explanation of some contents of Modern English in the essay. As we already know, Modern English has its roots in early Modern English. The invention of the printing press led to the mass production of books and newspapers, which opened the need to standardize the language, since each region used to write English in a different way. To make sure all readers could understand the same text, it became necessary to unify the language. For this reason, grammarians and writers worked to fit spelling rules, and the London dialect was taken as the standard. The British Empire and the United States played a key role in the globalization of English. On the one hand, the British Empire introduced the language to America, Africa, Asia, and Oceania. On the other hand, the United States spread the language through its influence in politics, science, and pop culture, which was exported all over the world, including TV, music, food, Hollywood, and more. This has led to 1.5 billion people speaking English today, and it is the official language in around 67 countries. This is because making English official in a country opens doors to greater opportunities in jobs, economy, education, technology, and tourism.